Hello everyone, we are from Group 7 and we will explain our group discussion about short story. The title is Two Kinds by Emitan. Before this, let me introduce myself. My name is Nafisahrona Yasmin.
My name is Nathayya Azahraa.
My name is Nabila Oktavianisa.
I will explain 9 contents in our analysis. First is biography, second story, third the meaning of two kinds relate to the story, 4 plot, 5 POV, 6 characters, 7 setting, 8 moral value, and the last is genre. The first one is author's biography. Amitan is an American author known for her works exploring themes of family, identity, and the immigrant experience, often set within the context of Chinese American culture. Born on February 19, 1952 in Oakland, California, Tan is the daughter of Chinese immigrants. Her parents fled China during the Chinese Civil War and settled in the United States. Tan's writing often explored themes of cultural class, generational differences, and the search for identity. She has received numerous awards and honors for her work, including the National Book Awards and the Commonwealth Gold Awards. Tan's contributions for literature have helped shed light on the immigrant experience and have resonated with the readers around the world. Next, about the story. Two Kinds is a short story by Amy Tan, originally published as part of her debut novel, The Joyla Club, in 1989. The story is set in San Francisco and revolves around the complex relationship between a Chinese-American girl named Jing Mei and her immigrant mother Suyuan Wu. The narrative is framed around the idea of the American dream and the pursuit of success. Suyuan, like many immigrant parents, dreams of her daughter becoming a prodigy, believing that American offers limitless opportunities for success. To fulfill this dream, Suyuan subjects Jingmei to various activities, from piano lessons to talent shows, hoping to discover her daughter's hidden talent. In the end, Jingmei and her mother come to a tentative understanding, acknowledging the generational and cultural differences that have driven a wedge between them. Through Two Kinds, Tan explores themes of identity, cultural expectation, and the complex dynamics between immigrant parents and their American-born children. Next, the meaning of Two Kinds. The title of the story refers to a statement made by Su Yuan to her daughter Jingmei, in which she says there are two kinds of daughters, those who are obedient and those who follow their own minds. She makes it clear that Jingmei will be the obedient daughter as long as she lives under her roof. This idea encompasses the story's central theme of obedience versus individuality.
Next is the plot. This story uses a linear plot starting from exposition. Jingmei's mother, a Chinese immigrant who moved to America, she lost everything in her past, especially her two children that born before Jingmei. She now has high hopes for her daughter's success in America. Rising action. Jingmei's mother constantly tests her daughter in various subjects, hoping to find a hidden talent. Jingmei enrolls in piano lessons, meet Mr. Chong as her teacher. In fact, she's facing immense pressure to excel. Climax. The music teacher and her mother decide to enter Jingmei in a talent show. During the talent show, Jingmei purposely plays the piano terribly, rebelling against her mother's expectation. Her mother forces her to keep playing the piano. She ignores all her mother's comments and rebels against her mother's words, thinks that she is not a slave who must obey her mother's commands as in China. Jingmei argued with her mother. She didn't feel capable of mastering the piano. She felt she could never be the daughter her mother was. Her mother said that only two kinds of children. There is obedient and those who follow their own mind. Only obedient daughter who can live in her house. In the end, Jingmei crawling out her anger and said that she wished she hadn't been born and died like her previous daughter. After this confrontation, her mother gave up on her having a special talent. Next is falling action. She and her mother never discussed the piano again. She never did her best in anything and always failed. Unlike her mother, she did not believe that a person could do anything that she wanted. Jingmei wondered why her mother had lost hope in her. On her 30th birthday, the mother gave the piano to her daughter. Resolution: when her mother dies, Jingmei has the piano tuned, and she noticed that the piece on the right side of the page was called Perfectly Content. On the other side was the piece that she attempted, Bleeding Child. She realized that the two pieces are two parts of the same piece. I don't think the ending of this story really resolved the problem between daughter and her mother. There is no clear apology or clear resolution, and the end of the story only shows that the two songs describe her life. According to our analysis, the act of playing the piano is a symbol that she is at peace because she is finally separated from her mother's expectation and pressure. Also a trigger for the memory of their complicated relationship. Next is POV. This story, Two Kinds, is told from the first point of view. We experience the events and pressure of her childhood through her eyes, thoughts, and feelings. Some examples of the first point of view are: at first, my mother thought I could be a Chinese Shirling temple. Of course, you can be a prodigy too. My mother told me when I was 9. In the beginning, I was just as excited as my mother, maybe even more so. I pictured this prodigy as part of me in many different images, and I tried each one on for size. I was a dainty ballerina girl standing by the curtain, waiting to hear the music that would send me floating on my tiptoes. Next is characters. The protagonist character is Jingmei, her desires to please her mother. Next is antagonist. The antagonist character is Jingmei's mother. Her desires to make her daughter achieve great success in America. Next is supporting character. The supporting character are Mr. Chong and Auntie Lindo. Wrong character in this story is Jingmei because Jingmei has the most complexity and growth in this story. We see her internal struggles and growth throughout the story. Next is flawed character. Flawed character in this story are Jingmei's mother, Mr. Chong, and Auntie Lindo. This is because they have limited person perspective and less developed. Jingmei's mother is drive the conflict and highlight Jingmei's internal struggles. Mr. Chong and Auntie Lindo just supporting character. Two Kinds primarily use narrative characterization to develop its characters. This means the reader learns about the character through 1. The actions. When Jingmei rebelled during the talent show, and when Jingmei's mother relentless pursuit of Jingmei's potential. Next is dialogue. Like when Jingmei's frustration are expressed through her internal monologue. When Jingmei's mother expectation come through her comments.
Next is setting. The setting of the story is in Chinatown that located in San Francisco, California. The story is about Jingmei's experience growing up in California because of her family that has recently emigrated from China. The time setting of the story starts from 1949 until 1989. Next is moral value. Moral value of the two kind story is parents must be able to increase their effectiveness in communicating with their children. When communication is lacking, it can disrupt the relationship in the short term or even the long term. This also causes long-lasting emotional trauma for both. If this happens, it will be very difficult to establish harmony between parents and children, so that parents will not know more about their children and what their children want. The last is genre. Two Kinds, written by Amy Tan, is a short story in the realistic fiction genre. The story comes from his well-known book, which is Joy Luck Club. The story recounts a young woman's memories that don't have a good relationship with her mother because of the high expectation that her mother had for her. This includes the generational difference in immigrant families and complicated mother-daughter relationships. Thank you.